I'm going to ask you a very important question. I want you to think about it and answer it honestly with yourself. That question is, if you were to live this life again, exactly as you have lived it up to this point, without any memory, obviously, of you living this life, but you had to repeat it all again without knowing, would you be fine with that? Would you be happy with that? Would you want that? The overwhelming majority of people seem to say no to that, and instead they wish to have someone else's life, they wish to have a better life, they wish for things to be different from their current life. And I don't understand that, to be completely honest with you. I don't. Because I think at one point I used to think that, because when you're in a very bad place, when you're in a negative space, you want something else. You want someone else's life, you want things that are easier, you want things that are different than what you currently have. For me, repeating the same life again and again and again and again, I would be perfectly content with that and perfectly happy with that and accept each time that it would happen. Now, mind you, again, you would not have memory of this sort of thing happen, but this goes down to my deeper rooted just philosophy on life in general. Because the main reason being, if I repeated every single thing that I've done up to this point in my life again and again and again, there would be nothing that I would change about that, because there's nothing that could be changed about that, obviously. But also, it's made me into the person that I am today. Being able to be grateful for the things that have happened, even all of the negative things. Yeah, you can look back and go, oh, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't do that. I wish that didn't happen to me. I wish that didn't happen to me. It's like you make bad mistakes to allow you to learn and grow to be the person you are today. And to wish for something else different than that means that you are not respectful or grateful for the life that you currently live right now, that you do not like the life that you live right now, and you wish for things to be different. You live a life with regret. This is not something that I personally believe in. This is my, again, this comes down to my philosophy on life, that there is nothing in life worth regretting whatsoever. If you have regret, it's because you have not learned the lesson necessary in order for you to be able to move on with your life. If you make mistakes, if you said something, if you did something that was very, very bad, or bad things happen to you, and you have regret about it, it's because you have not been able to move on from it. You're still attached to it. You're still attached to things from the past. I would say 99% of people are probably like that. They live a life full of regret. They do not wish to repeat this life exactly as it is. They wish for something else. And it's interesting. It's interesting because I used to be just like that back in the day, until I got to the point where at this point it's like I see everything that has happened as the desired outcome, the destined outcome that was meant to happen. Every single action that I've taken in the past, every single action that I'm taking today is all for a certain purpose. It's all to fulfill my end goal, what my desires are in this life, as well as what my purpose is. Surely, things aren't 100%. You can make mistakes here and there, but that's where you learn and grow. So, if I were to repeat the same life exactly as it was again and again, countless infinite times, then I will gladly do that and be happy about that, not knowing, obviously, that it's happening again and again and again. I think that's what a lot of people really kind of fail to understand, because my main belief system is that there is no linear path in life. There's no linear path to get to point A to point B. That comes down to every action that you take, everything that happens to you in this life, your thoughts, your mind, even just time itself, the universe itself, all that sort of stuff. There is a there's not a clear-cut start and end, but rather it is cyclical in nature, meaning that the start is the end and the end is the start, and the whole pathway there is a journey that you go through. And how I really compare this to people, so people can understand and relate to this, because a lot of people they live in the mindset of it's a linear path. Time is linear. Everything in this life is linear. You have history, dating back all this over here. This is where it starts. We're never going to go back there, and it goes all the way to the end, whatever the end is, and that's it. But when you zoom out, it is a circle. So you're going to repeat it again and again and again. And when you think about your own life, think about mistakes that you've made. Perhaps I'll use me as an example. So I had abandonment issues to the point where I didn't allow people close to me. And then I would feel very lonely. Okay, look, let me draw the circle for you. It's like I had abandonment issues and I would feel very lonely. I'm at the bottom of the circle. I'm at the bottom. So I pick myself back up, start to meet some more people. Like, oh, this is going good, meeting some friends. And then I get to the top of the circle. I get to the top of the circle where I start to have intense fears of abandonment again, where I have a feeling that people that I have become friends with are going to abandon me. And what happens? They do. They do abandon me. And I slip back down. It's like, I'm never allowing anyone else into my life again. I'm going to push everyone else away. I lose friends because I keep pushing them away because I don't want them in my life because they're going to abandon me. And then I reach the bottom of that circle again. And it's just going to repeat again. What happened? How did I break free of that? Go down the circle, pick yourself back up, you meet some friends, you go to the top, someone abandoned you. Instead of starting to go back down, you go over. You learn your lesson that life teaches you, and you go over to the next circle in your life. So if you draw an image of it, you would see circle here, little tiny, thing up here, circle here, little tiny thing up here. But it can also go the other way. If you go down to the bottom here, instead of me picking myself back up, what if I continue to shut down people? I continue to push them away and become even more of a recluse. I can go back. I can go back into a different circle where there's going to be even more issues and keep going back. Okay? So that is what I'm talking about. That's the type of cyclical nature that everything is. There is no linear path. And to think that there is a linear path, I think you're not zooming out enough. Because we live a very short amount of time on this earth that it seems linear. Because if the whole universe is in the cyclical nature, we live a little tiny blip that it seems straight. It's like if you zoom in far enough on a circle, it seems straight. It seems like a straight line. But it's not. It's not. So that's just what I tried to get to understand from other people. And I think you would think that me being through it myself, I would understand. And I do understand to a degree. It's like people wish for something from the past. People long for the days of good, happy times. But when something bad happens, they wish to have a different life. They wish to not repeat the same things again. Whereas for me, if I were to repeat it all again and do it all again, I would gladly do that. It's just, I guess I am the odd one out. I don't know, but it's very interesting. So just think about that answer. Think about the reasons why you're going to answer like that. Whatever your answer is, whether it be that you want someone else's life, you don't want to live the same life again. And if you say that you want to live a different life, then how can you change your life right now to match what you want it to be? Because obviously, you're not living your life that you want to continuously repeat again and again and again. So how can you make the life that you're living right now the one that you want to live again and again and again? That you're happy to live again and again and again? That's what it's all about. So think about that for a moment. Just think about it, analyze it, and change the way your life is so that you're able to be happy with who you are and your life. Okay? That was all. Take care. Bye-bye.